Let's do some trader talk with Michele Schneider, Director of Trading at the MarketGauge Group. Mish, some people are making it sound as though that number for the March jobs report was a bad number. Not so bad. 236,000 people added to payrolls. The expectation was 230,000. Unemployment ticked down to 3.5%. Sounds like a solid number.
I agree, Angie. They look at areas and make conclusions based on whatever narrative they want to support for the market. I mean, that's the bottom line. It also kind of really shows you, and I think this is extremely important, that one number doth not the market make. And so, yeah, to me, it was kind of neutral when all said and done, more to the better side. And I think it supports the Fed possibly going, I would say 70% chance right now in terms of statistically up 0.25% at the FOMC.
Do you think the Fed will stick with its plan of one and done when it comes to rate hikes?
It's possible. It's really going to be a matter of the impact to certain areas of the market. And what's interesting is as this week is starting, we're seeing things roll back into money in the retail sector and in the regional bank sector and in transportation and the IWM, the small caps. So the market right now is acting interestingly. It's actually showing that the higher rate would be more of an optimism for the actual infrastructure of the United States versus the tech, which was all the rage because of this notion that everything was going to pause.
Mish, I have to tell you, I just don't see a big recession coming. Do you?
I agree with you, Angie. I don't see a big recession. I still see stagflation, but which is difficult, of course, to deal with. But recession, I mean, obviously anything could happen that could change that. But for right now, what I'm looking at in the market is actually things are holding very key levels, and particularly those regional banks.
And the S&P 500 is still holding 4,000.
Absolutely. And even though we're so far, but yet so close to a major breakout over 420, who knows? I mean, this could support the trading range. And as we get closer to there, it's time to sell again. And yet, as we get closer to 4,000, it's time to buy. And this is kind of the stuck way we are. And people are just so used to massive momentum one way or another. I mean, that's possible too, but that doesn't necessarily reflect the whole market. There's plenty of opportunities out there if you know where to look.
What opportunities can you share with us today, Mish?
Well, you know, you and I have been talking about, I'm really interested in the whole live streaming space. As the younger generations, they don't go and watch TV and get their news that way, or really even go to the movies much. Everything is streamed. And the biggest streaming right now is in sports and in music. And so I know we've talked about Tencent Music, which is a China stock, but I'm also looking at Paramount Plus. It looks like it's about to have a major breakout. If it can hold above these 21, 22 area price and break through 23, I think that's one of those great opportunities.
Thanks so much for coming on our show.
Thank you so much, Angie.
Go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.